I've literally just made this joke. Okay, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Settle down. I know we all got a little bit heated, a little bit excited in first break. First break is over now. Jonathan has apologised to Mrs. Tibbs. I'm going to draw a line under it, so just put it from your minds. Eyes on the board, we've got a joke to explain, okay? Right. So, the joke is as follows. It was submitted by Feather of the Crow. But it's actually, I'm proud to say it's one of my jokes. It's probably not original to me. Because, lots of people come up with jokes, don't they? I hope he writes an N. Everyone else writes it the wrong way around. I write it the right way around. Have you heard of the new film coming out? It's called July. Okay, so I'm just, with apologies to Feather of the Crow, I'm just going to set this up slightly better. Have you heard they've announced what the next Dune film is going to be called? It's going to be called July. Yeah, so Frank Herbert in the, I want to say 60s, possibly the late 50s. He wrote a series of novels called, broadly speaking, the Dune novels, you see. And it's a sort of messianic tale, science fiction tale, galaxy where spice is used to fold space, and the mining of the spice is the bedrock of the, you'd be right with the 60s, yeah, I thought so. The bedrock of the sort of galactic economy, and also there are big sandworms and ornithopters. Yeah. There's sort of desert people, and they're waiting for this one chap to, I want to say the Mujahideen, but I feel like that's the typewriter from Naked Lunch, so that can't be right. Anyway, yes, and there's sort of various books that came out in this cycle of novels. Dune, I think there's been 4 attempts to film Dune, 2 successfully and 2 unsuccessfully. Perhaps the most famous of the unsuccessful ones was David Lynch's. A little joke there. David Lynch's Dune is not widely regarded as being very good. It has its fans, as things do. Certainly very difficult to get him to talk about it. But yes, and Osric likes it. Yeah, I like it. To be honest, I quite like Sting acting. I like watching Sting act. I don't know why, because I feel in my heart of hearts he's not brilliant. He's not an amazing actor, but I just find him very watchable. Father, the dreamer has awakened. Yes. So anyway, there's a new film that will come out called simply Dune, which is directed by Villeneuve off of films in what done the Blade Runner. But the joke here, you see, is that the second film is going to be called July. What's going on here? I'm confused, you might say. Why is that funny? Why is that hilarious? Why is everybody laughing apart from me? Well, Sting is horribly creepy and Brim's. Absolutely, yes. Patrick Stewart is in it. Anyone that criticises it, I'll see them outside. Fair point. Well, what this is doing is it's riffing on another word in the English language, which is this word, June, you see. Because there's a sort of pronunciational similarity between Dune and June. Just a slight change in the tongue gets you from Dune to June. The tongue sort of makes contact a little further back on the roof of the mouth for June to soften that D into a J sound. So yes, and obviously the month that comes after June is July. So therefore, logically, you see, the film that comes after Dune should also be July. You see, it's the same suffix. and this sort of surprise allusion to the month, oh, Plankton. That's actually one of my favourite phrases. I nearly dropped me kebab, which it was. It sort of stemmed from a pull back and reveal joke. This is slightly off topic, but it's Plankton raises an interesting point. I certainly think Baron Harkonnen was better in Lynch's one rather than Marlon Brando in the new one. I don't think Marlon Brando is in the new one because he's dead, isn't he? Seriously, have they got like a CGI Marlon Brando in it? That's disappointing if they have. Oh yes, so it was sort of a pull back and reveal joke. I won't go into details, but the pull back and reveal was that the events that I was explaining in this particular joke, it transpired, were happening to me whilst I was on my way back from the pub. You see, so the punchline of that was I was that startled I dropped me kebab. Yeah, and then that on its own sort of became a saying of mine for a while. It was on a tray, didn't realise it was about to overbalance until it was too late. I feel your pain. But that's beside the point. Let's ignore Roger's suffering for a moment. Feather of the Crow. Have I explained that joke to your satisfaction? I hope I have, because it's my joke. It's making a slight joke about how the new characters just said to me, oh, I see. Fair enough. I dreamt about a snail walking along a razor blade. The horror. Have you seen Osric? While we're on the subject of the big Brando, and we're waiting for Feather of the Crow to give us the go-ahead. Have you seen Island of Dr. Moreau? Because there's a bit in there which really puzzles me. The joke has been explained satisfactorily. Ooh. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to know what it is that puzzles me about a particular moment of Val Kilmer in the Marlon Brando featured Island of Dr. Moreau, you're just gonna have to find us on Twitch, I'm afraid.